Did I get the name right?
Got
Hey
him on the
there.
spot.
You needed some help?
Harassing
I'm
Spooder,
Spider-Man,
man.
by the way.
Yeah, I know. Aaron Davis. I think somebody's messing with the sensors. I'm getting bad data from the main relay up top of Grand Central.
On my way.
Wait! Wait!
Yeah?
Where's the other Spider-Man?
Oh, he's on vacation. But don't worry, I got this.
Them shoes, bro. Them sneakers. Got them sneaks, bro.
He definitely didn't recognize me. Oh, he's calling through the app? This is Spider-Man.
Hey, forgot to mention. There was a break-in last night right next door at Roxxon Plaza. Group called the Underground. Caught him hanging around my stop this morning.
The Underground. You know anything else about them?
They think of themselves as a young mafia. It's been around a while, but now they've got a new boss. Tinkerer.
Tinkerer. Thanks for the tip. So, you call Spider-Man often? Like, for help?
Didn't really have a way to get in touch to this app. But I saw you on the news last night taking down Ronnie. Figured you were the right person to call.
Cool. Have you, been working at the subway long?
Nah, took the job last year after my brother. Well, anyway, I was trying to make some changes. Decided this job was a good place to start. Trains going down on my watch doesn't exactly paint me in a good light.
Well, when we fix them, you can tell your boss you showed initiative by using the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app.
I'll do that. Good luck with the sensors.
Guys. Possible thumbnail? I don't know. I don't think that will be, but still a cool picture. Drip. Hey.
There are way too many wires on this one. It's gotta be messing with the signal. Where do these cables go? Gotta get inside that shack. Hey! Hey, yourself!
Let's open the doors. Yep.
Signal relays are being jammed by something. This is crazy tech. Hate to do this, but...
Let's repair them.
Sensors are back online. What did you do?
Took care of the guy messing with it. And it looks like they left some of their toys behind. Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back. Whoa. Bet I could use this to make those hollow drones Pete designed.
Hold X on the hollow drone gadget to craft it. Unlock new gadgets and gadget upgrades with activity tokens and tech parts. Earn activities, tokens, and tech parts by completing citywide activities.
This tech has a pretty unique RF. Wonder if I can track it. Huh. Looks like there's a bunch more of these around the city. Perfect time to try out those new hollow drones.
Oh, R1.
This yours? Hey, Underground. We gotta stop running into each other.
Already had it built, yeah. He didn't have to wire it or not manufacture, but like... I can't think of the word.
Stay away from them!
Okay. Hope the trains are running again. Should check in with Uncle Aaron.
Yeah,
Hey, Mr. Davis. How are things looking now?
I've got a signal, but no trains on the tracks. Something must have gone down at the yard.
It was the Underground messing with your sensors. I'm thinking. Does Roxxon ever use a subway to ship new form?
Roxxon? The subway system was designed to carry people, not freight. This line got some updates when Roxxon Plaza went in.
So they could be using it under the table. I'll follow up on it. So, you mentioned your brother. You got other family?
Haven't seen them in a while. I had to make some changes, like taking this job. I miss him, especially my nephew. We used to mix beats together.
Well, maybe now you can see him again. Them, your family.
Hope so, kid.
Yeah. I should go. Fight underground. Bye. Wrecking everything. Maybe I can stop them quietly.
Finally, some fucking stealth.
Gotta split those
Get
guys
in and
up.
out quick. This stuff takes time, man.
What was that noise?
Damn.
They look so peaceful knocked out. Nice. Now I can track them.
Think this whole plan will work?
If it doesn't, Tinkerer will come up with another plan.
Good point.
Gotta watch out for spiders, man. Didn't even see me.
Damn. Kicking him with the Adidas, bro.
Knew I could do it.
That shit sounds painful a little bit, bro.
Hey, someone here?
Poor Spider-Man.
I didn't see her until last minute, bro.
That's all of them. Now to get the trains back on the tracks. Controls are probably in the office. Tinkerer. Unc said that's
Interesting.
their leader.
Oh, it says UG for underground. The top two letters, okay.
Oh man, they read the controls. Gonna have to get the trains back on the tracks by hand. Or web. I can use that turntable. Spin the turntable, pull trains with webs. Should work. That works. Yeah, that's good. Now for the others.
How the fuck do I do
Underground looks
that?
up Newform shipments and kills the subways. Maybe they're trying to stop Newform from reaching the city, or what? Wait till it's on the ground. No, need to get it to stay down. Yes. Okay, one more.
Some God of War puzzle. Okay. I'm guessing. So it's in the middle.
That's right.
I'm glad that registered.
It worked. We've got trains on the tracks. Now they need power.
This thing. That's
They
what I
busted the
thought.
controls here too. But not the generator. Okay, I can use that to power the trains. Probably. My webs are conductive.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Come on, trusty New York subway. Yes! Hey, Mr. Davis. Did anything change on your end?
Panels just lit up like Christmas. Good job, kid.
Glad to help. If anything else comes up, just post a note in the app.
Wait a sec. I got a little something here for you. It's not much, but
For me?
it's the least I can do for the guy who just saved my job.
Cool, cool. I'll head back now.
It's not the thought of getting a reward. It's the thought of helping out someone so sincerely, such as saving their job, you know, they're not going to be out of a job,
Hey,
struggling.
Miles. Just landed in Europe. How's day one of solo Spider-Manning?
Pretty good. I stumbled on a conspiracy in our neighborhood.
Classic. You have a plan?
Sort of making it up as I go.
The mark of a true Spider-Man. Well, if you need me, I'm a phone call away. And a cross-Atlantic flight, but it's fine.
Sure, man. Oh, and thanks for the gift. It is awesome.
You earned it. Oh, MJ needs me. Gotta go. Bye.
This game is reminding me about
Fixing the
humbleness.
subways made the app blow up. You have so many requests. Like, oh, this one's from Teos. That guy rules.
Oh, I should definitely check that out, now that the whole city's counting on me.
We're like the #1 app in NYC right now. Check it out as soon as you're done with your uncle. He still doesn't know you're you, right?
Had a couple near misses, but I kept my cover. I'll check the app as soon as I'm done here. Later.
Damn. I don't want the underground cash. Unless it's real cash. I'm sorry, guys. It's the New York in me. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, Mr. Davis. I'm almost there.
You gotta hurry, Spider-Man. Underground's here. Putting bombs on the tracks.
Bombs? For real?
Guess they didn't like you fixing things.
I'll get there as soon as I can. Hang tight, and don't go outside.
That really him? That really him?
The fuck? The fuck was that? Word, you're shooting?
Gotta stop this quick.
Spawning sequence complete.
How are these guys getting me?
They're gonna blow the whole line.
Not if I can help it. What webs work? Okay, bombs are down. Now for these guys.
I was trying to swing that bomb, bro.
There's more on the upper tracks.
I'll get them.
He's winding up!
Companion spawning complete.
You can't stop us, Whitey!
Alex!
You still got this! Keep pushing!
Attack protocol.
You stop us!
Combat sequence complete.
Oh, watch it! Get him down here! Can't stay here, bro!
Across the intersection. Another one.
On it!
He's in the air! After him!
One more. The last
Let's
night
go.
you learned new forms getting shipped by trains. Then today you attacked the train. Why? To stop new forms? To steal it?
Everybody move! Yeah! Spider-Man!
What are you waiting for? Him! Can't wait to rip off this!
Holy
Did it,
shit.
kid. Trains are back. Underground's done. You do good work.
The next train is arriving in 5 minutes. Please stand clear of the approaching train.
Underground did a number on my suit. Could do a patch job. You okay, Mr. Davis?
Yeah, thanks to you. Oh, hey, here you go. 1 year unlimited subway pass.
Thanks.
Did I get the name right?
How did you... Okay, gotta go.
Hold up, Miles. I kinda suspected when I saw the news yesterday. Watching your moves on those escape cons, juking guys left and right, could have sworn I was back at the park playing pickup with you and your dad. You were quick then. A lot quicker now. Don't worry, I won't tell your mom.
Promise?
Promise. Look at you. If your dad could see you now,
He'd probably freak out.
he'd definitely freak out. So you taking over for the other Spider-Man?
Nah. Like I said, he's just on vacation.
Right. And he left you in charge.
Yeah.
A lot of responsibility for a kid your age.
I can handle it.
Hope so. But listen, you get in over your head, you give me a call. I'm here for you. Got it?
Got it. Thanks, Unc. Genki said the app's blowing up. City definitely needs a Spider-Man. Should patrol for a while. Making time for a photo op. No big deal.
Let's take a photo. That was a lot of shit. Glad I'm taking a break from the fighting for a second.
Hola, mijo. I wanted to tell you my favorite food truck will be at the rally tonight. Look out for a logo with a giant gyro.
Okay. Thanks for the tip. Oh, Mom, I wanted to ask. Since you know everything that's going on in Harlem, have you heard of the Underground?
Yes. They've been vandalizing Roxxon property, and I think they've been recruiting kids around the neighborhood. Why? They didn't try to get you involved in their mess, did they?
No. Uncle Aaron told me about him. Yeah. I ran into him at the subway stop by our house. Did you know he's working there?
No. You know I don't want you around him.
But you and Dad never told me why I wasn't allowed to see him anymore. He used to come by our place all the time.
That's for Aaron to explain. Give me 1 second. Sorry, honey. We're still setting up.
It's all good. Go save the world, Mom. One vote at a time.
Have I ever told you you're my favorite son?
I've got Steve competition. Love you. Bye.
Miles, we still meeting today? Never got a text back from you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I've been wrapped up in my own stuff. But I'm free now. Where?
Sweet. 78th and West End.
78? By the Science Center? Why there?
You'll see. Don't be late.
78th and West End. Guess I'll find out what she means. Better hustle over. All right, there's the photo requester.
Have fun asking me for a game console.
Shit. What's up?
Spider-Man? Hi. I know you're busy, but could I get a selfie with you?
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh my god, thank you. Pose right there.
Gotta run. Hope it turned out okay.
It's great, thank you.
Aw, gas pipe blew. Oh, not good. If I web up the busted parts, it won't get worse.
Holy shit, bro.
Not good. Gotta put that fire out. Please work. Here we go. And the fire department should be here soon.
Thanks, Spider-Man. Never seen a gas line blow like that. Good thing you got here as fast as you did.
It's all good. I was in the neighborhood.
Other guys are telling me you got an app. I'm usually bad with technology, but for you, I'll check it out.
Only 100 XP. I mean, it was simple. Right here. Right here. Hey.
Goodwill to all.
Got an app report. Supplies are being stolen from a feast truck.
There's just something about the air.
Hey, Stanley. No, fuck your ho, JJJ.
We've got our first caller coming.
How are you still going?
Live and festive on Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson.
Stanley, guys. Rest in peace. A legend, bro. You are loved, Stanley. I've never seen this in my last take of this game. I'm so glad to not only have seen it this take, any take, but to provide content for it too. Let's go! Rest in peace, bro. Alright, let's see what the inscription says. Look at him right there, guys.
First time I met Mick, felt like I'd known him my whole life.
He has that effect. He's fucking awesome, bro. Alright, let's see what this says. Dedicated with love to the man who nourished the hearts, minds, and souls of the true believers everywhere. Excelsior indeed, bro. You did exactly that. You have no idea the impact that you did, or the impact you were going to have one day. It is fucking amazing. You are a great fucking person, dude. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna start this mission, because I might just end this. Yeah, okay, I know what this is. No, I'm not gonna start this. I'm gonna end this just because it's pretty late. I do have an early morning tomorrow. Let me do this in photo mode before I get... Let me do this in photo mode before I get another fucking podcast that I can't escape. Look at the birds, what the fuck? Look at the birds, what the fuck? Flying Eagles and Spider-Man. That sounds like a new band. If the whole game was as cinematic and action-packed as the intro was, I would play this every day of the week. This shit.
Hang on tight, tiny Spider.
Yo, this is fun as fuck. Eventually does dull out, get kind of boring and kind of repetitive. I felt like there was kind of too much fighting going on. Like, they were compensating for something by replacing it with more enemies. I know there is more to offer for Miles, per se, because of his new power and, you know, shit like that. Which leads me to this next point, is that it's Miles Morales. You know, a lot of people out there prefer Miles over Peter Parker, which is whatever. You know, you can pick whoever the fuck you want. I will always be indulged by Peter Parker a little more, just because he was the original. Not saying that, you know, not replacements, but understudies, I guess we'll call them, aren't that great. Sometimes they're better than the original. Sometimes they're just as good. Sometimes they're not that good. It's just my opinion. He's still a great guy. He's pretty fucking cool. He's just starting out. He might have a lot of potential. I just prefer I prefer Peter. He has a cool fucking style. I cannot get over his hoodie, his style, the color of his clothing, his shoes, the color of his shoes, his web power, the venom power. I'm not a fan of that. I didn't use that as often as I probably should have in my first take, but it's basically the same game. You just have a souped up power, you know, with a different character as well. I will give Miles some respect. Be drippy. He does. He does. He do. He do be drippy. There's a lot of stuff I wasn't a fan of. Nothing to do with Miles. He seems like an awesome fucking person. A smart, funny kid. Like he could grow on you. He's not doing anything wrong. I'm just not a fan of him. I guess I would say. He's his own person. He's a pretty cool, awesome person. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know. The fighting. Too much fighting. Like I feel like there was too much fighting. Like it was compensating. It was making up for something. Like not obviously, but you could tell there was something missing and they tried to fill it up with more enemies. More of an enemy presence. In certain fighting scenarios. Not on the map. Because original Spider-Man had 4 different types of enemies roaming the whole thing at once. So it's not that, it's just in fights, you know, you get halfway through a fight and here come more enemies and it's like I don't really feel like fighting. It kind of feels like that's all I did at one point is just fighting. Like the last Spider-Man, it did take a couple takes before I got bored of it. This this one it only took like one take and I did get kind of bored of it after I beat the game. Now revisiting it, it's just my opinion, my preference, I guess. The way they started this game with Rhino and all that shit, um, it made you feel like, okay, this is gonna be the flow of the whole game. Fuck yeah, I could get behind this. No, they switched that up pretty quick. That was pretty cool, pretty fun intro. They should have made that the intro, actually. You know, like put Rhino in prison, and then when you shut the door, it says Miles Morales. I don't know, something like that. But it has your hopes up, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at, and it doesn't deliver on that, in my opinion. Another part of the obvious is it is obviously the same exact game, same exact thing, same exact location as Spider-Man, the original. You're just doing different missions. So maybe that's what trickles in a little bit on the boring factor, in my opinion, in my preference. Some of you guys might like that. You might like the different time of year, different missions, which is awesome. You know, play whatever you want, like whatever you want. But it's Christmas, yes, which is pretty cool. They deliver that really well. I guess what I'm trying to say is the missions and the story are making up most of the game, and to enjoy the game helps you enjoy the atmosphere. You know, there's only so much the atmosphere can do, but it does deliver quite a bit on this game. So, um, you know, it tried. I will say it tried. I just wasn't feeling it. Second thing, I guess I do like and kind of see what they're doing with why Peter went away. They want Miles to shine, you know, his own time to shine. I could see that. I could appreciate them trying to give him that chance. I don't know if this was specifically in the comics, this is how it went in the comics, or if, you know, the game's trying to do a little twist. Either way, they're trying to give Miles his time to shine, and I could get behind that. So, you don't want to be like, you don't want to be like, oh, I'm swinging around as Miles Morales, even though I could see Peter Parker swinging over there. Why can't I be him? You know, I guess taking him out of the picture was a smart move, I suppose. And you know, you occasionally he calls you occasionally, so it makes you like remember and realize like, oh yeah, this is a Spider-Man game. Third of all, I'm gonna stick with the humbleness. This game does deliver a humble message or feel, should I say? Um, you know, it's from Peter Parker giving Miles his suit. You know, you could tell there was some thought into that. And, you know, he wasn't trying to like make the biggest fucking metallic suit out there. He was just trying to get something decent. And that's the root of the humbleness. This is what I'm getting from my opinion, guys. This is what I'm getting, my take. Which which is pretty cool. So it makes you like it clink, like pokes at you like, hey, I'm humble. This is me. Humble is poking you and trying to show you like He didn't have much, but he's trying to help you out, hook you up. And then it backs up, it chills in the corner, lets you do your thing. I kind of want to say the family dinner where Finn comes over. I feel like because only because we've inspected things, we knew who Finn was and what roots that she had effects on with the family. So that, what is more humble than a family dinner get together? I don't think there's anything more humble and more loyal, I guess, than a family reunion get together. I don't know. Holiday get together. There's nothing more humble than that I know of at the moment, like that I could think of. So again, that humble is back there. He's poking at you. He's like, "Here I am again. Hey, how you doing?" Um, so that's awesome. Um, Third of all, this is just my opinion. This is from my experience. When Genki is sweeping over, they have the sweep over. I don't know if it's he's helping out. I don't know what Genki's situation is, but he's sweeping over at Miles's house, and I personally used to love sleepovers. I used to love either sleeping at friends' houses or having friends sleep at my house. Fucking staying up until who knows how long late at night just to crash and wake up looking at each other all fucking tired and shit. Like, what's up, bitch? Those were my favorite times. Maybe that's not what it's trying to deliver at all, but that's what I'm getting. And it feels good. There's a special place in my heart for, sleepovers and shit like that. I I used to love sleepovers. Um, that's just my take on the humbleness, and that's a personal, thought. Like piece of me to you guys. I love sleepovers. Um, Maybe I'll make a sleepover video at one point. I don't know. Not like just me, If it's hard to explain, but stop looking at me like that. Um. Oh, like where was I going with that? I don't know. Kind of like if you're sleeping at your friend's house, your boy's house, your girl's house, whichever. Boys are probably more prone to do this, but take some videos, like start a live stream, shit like that throughout the night, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Um, yeah, the thought of that is just so fun, so cool. Obviously, I'm much older. I haven't done that shit in a while, but I'm always down for it. Sweep over with friends could be content in the future. We'll see. Anyways, next up would be the uncle and helping him at the train station. Besides all the annoying fighting and the continuous fighting, the two impacts were I wasn't paying attention, but it was the issue that his job was on the line. And I don't know if his uncle enjoys his job or if he doesn't and he's just trying to keep it just to get money flowing, keep something going. That's humble right there itself. That's nothing to do with the mission at all. Now, involving us means we're saving that mission, saving his job for him from the mission. I could be going at this the complete wrong way, not at all what it's touching. I know, it's just what I'm getting. It's what it's giving me. It's helpful, I guess. Sure, you're not working the job, you're not helping him with the money, you're just, I guess you're securing the fact that he's able to stay with the opportunity to get more money through the time. Again, I could just be thinking about this way too deeply, too thoughtful of it. I don't know. After that is the uncle giving the bus pass. When I thought, because I haven't played this in a while, when I heard him say, "I have something for you," it's all I got. I thought of money. I'm like, part of me is like, ooh, money. I do appreciate some money. Who doesn't appreciate, a little pick me up with money? But the other part of me is like, nah, I don't want your money. No, you need this shit. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know how much you're struggling. I'm good, dude. I don't need it. Um, and sometimes I'm like that with some situations. Like, if you're telling me that you don't know if you're able to buy a Christmas present for your girlfriend, I don't know, or your boyfriend. If you're family, I'm just gonna put it in the family. I don't know. You could be friends, whatever. We could be friends. You're like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of low, and then kind of low on money, and then you they tell you this after you babysit their kids. I don't know, something to make them feel like, hey, I gotta pay you something. I gotta pay it forward to you. So they're like, here, this is all I got. It's $5. I'm gonna be like, no, dude, keep that shit, bro. I'm good. I'm good. Um, pay me net when you got some money. When you're good with money, who would have known a fucking video game would have me ranting like this, bro? When you're good with money is when we'll talk. If you're not gonna be good for like a month, that's fine. It's nothing, bro. It's take care of yourself. Like, I don't want you to struggle just because you got to pay me $5. You either felt obligated to pay me or you were just trying to be a nice person and give me $5. As much as I would love a $5, cup of coffee, I don't fucking know. It's the point of like just knowing that you're going through a tough time as well. I'm not gonna get too far into this, but anybody could be going through anything. Milo Miles, hello, welcome, bro. I'm actually about to end this. I'm gonna be talking for a minute, but either way, hello, welcome. But no, like, nah, you can. If I know you're struggling, don't worry about it, bro. Basically, the point. Um, so he gave him the free bus pass. That's the next thing. There's only the shit you could do. There's he did whatever he can. I would take a free bus pass, a free train pass. Fuck yeah. It doesn't have to be money. Honestly, last two notes. First one, Stanley, the Stanley Muriel, rest in peace, a fucking legend. Look at him right there,
First time I met
guys.
Mick, felt like I'd known him my whole life.
He has that effect. He's fucking awesome, bro. He led to making this beautiful fucking game, this story, a lot of amazing shit. So, but yeah, rest in peace, Stanley. I never got the chance to say this. Rest in peace. So, you were a fucking awesome one. So I'm glad we got to see this and acknowledge that, seriously. You will be missed. Okay, final note. This is gonna take a second, guys. This will probably take a couple minutes to address for those of you in the future as well. You could probably end it now. This is about Mother's Day. I have a couple different topics on this. So, first of all, happy Mother's Day, all the mothers out there. Who knows how long it'll be till any type of mother figure watches one of these streams. Either way, yes, mothers, happy Mother's Day. Currently, I have like 2% of females watching my streams, which is no big deal. But whenever time frame you're watching this, happy Mother's Day. And hope you had a good one. Um, couple different topics. I'm gonna go. They're gonna sound worse than I want them to sound, but you'll see what I mean. First, I'm gonna go with the normal families. I guess I'll say, the mothers that are there with their husbands and mom and dad in the picture and all that shit. You'll see what I'm trying to talk about. Happy Mother's Day. Hope you guys did something special. Hope you had a good time. You deserve it. Happy Mother's Day. You know, hope you had a good time with your family, something like that. You know, just to appreciate being half of the contribution to your wonderful kids. Um, Now we will move to the picture of stepmoms, shall we say. Um, I have been in the stepdad situation before, and so being a step parent probably can be tough. Doesn't take away from the fact that you are still a mother figure. Not a motherfucker. Sorry, that was I had to take advantage of that. You're still a mother figure if you have stepkids in the picture. Um, doesn't mean you have to give birth to be a mother. It's more relative, I guess, if you do. I'm gonna stop digging this hole. But basically, Happy Mother's Day. You know, either way, you're trying, you're putting in the effort as a mother figure, and it does it is some work because they are not your own, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I'm sure you love those kids as much as your own. So maybe they see it too as well, and it doesn't go unnoticed. But either way, mother figure. So, you know, just because you don't have, the children aren't your biological children doesn't mean you don't have a relationship, a bond, a love. It's still a form of it. But yes, that doesn't take away from the fact that you are trying as a mother figure and trying to be in the child's life, You're just trying. You're being in the moment, and that's all you can do, really. So, happy Mother's Day still. We're now moving on to the single moms. The single moms who don't have the husband in the picture, the father in the picture, I should say. Let's just say, you guys chose to go your separate ways. Um, you are still the mother to your child, obviously. I'm sure you're still doing just as much effort in raising your child, if not even more because you guys just decided not to work out. Um, Still, once again, doesn't take away from the fact that you are a mother and, you know, you're just putting in more work for the child, your child, and, it does go a long way. So, sure, it's tough. I'm sure it is tough. You know, even being with like a typical mother father in the scenario is pretty hard already as it is. So being a single mother, I don't know, you don't know how old your child is, if they're newborn, if they're a toddler, if they're a difficult age where it's difficult to manage. And, you got these doctor's appointments, you got this appointment, you got to go to school, you're single, you're by yourself, it's just you and the child. That shit can be exhausting. But not even just the single moms, all the moms so far, all the moms everywhere, you got this. You guys are killing this shit. Don't forget that. But it can be tough. And just don't give up. You are not alone. You're not the only single mother out there. There are other mothers that parted ways with the father, Things just didn't work out. Maybe the father's still in the picture. They just get along for the kids. That's you guys have seen movies about that shit. Um but basically it's still a hard, tough job, and it has to be done. And for you to be a single mother, by yourself, doing it by yourself with not even just one kid, maybe two, three, possibly four kids, fucking insanity is where you can end up near. And you just gotta take some time for yourself, even when there isn't time. Go for a walk, take the kids for a walk, I don't know, something. because your mentality matters too. You do matter too. Like I said, you're not alone. There are probably other women and mothers going through this exact same thing. I'm not a woman, obviously. I can't fucking relate completely, but I have been around other struggling mothers that haven't had the father in the picture. So I've gotten a sense of what the struggles can be. There are so many, I've known so many single mother figures out there. It's not ridiculous, but it's common. It's often. It is crazy. Like not too crazy, but like it's more than you think. You're not alone. You're not the only one, but that doesn't take away from the fact that you do hard work and it does go a long way. So, keep killing it. You got this. Moving on. Okay, so this is more for the kids. I don't know how to explain this, but if there are two moms in the picture, say you're a woman with a girlfriend, with a wife, kind of a stepmom in a way as well. So it kind of goes with the stepmom, but once again, if you don't have a man in the picture, um, once again, it's just like the stepmom situation, but maybe it's confusing to your kids, maybe it's not. Who knows? Um, Still, all that matters is that being there as the mother figure. I have once again known a couple people that were, a couple women that were gay. They had a girlfriend, they had a wife, and there were children in the picture. um, I thought my shit was muted. I almost freaked out, but it wasn't. Okay, it was just the light hitting my controller. Um, all that matters is being there, taking care of the kids. Making sure they're fed, making sure basic responsibilities. Just because it's another woman in the situation doesn't mean it's any issue. It's just another person taking care of the child. There's two moms, sometimes it's better than no dad in the picture. I don't know, but yeah, either way, like even if I've seen this too, even if you're not the same race, you don't have to be the same race to be two mothers in the picture. You could be a different race. I've seen this. I've seen people like that walking down the street, and I'm just like, what? All that matters is the kid's happy. Maybe that's what I'm trying to go for, the happiness in the picture. Sure, it's not all smiles 24/7. I've dealt with kids. I've known shit to go wrong, to be irritating. You gotta disappoint them sometimes. Um, but all that matters is that you were there at the end of the day. Um, so don't feel left out or awkward or compelled to do something just because it's another of the same sex in the picture. All that matters is it's not the nutrition. What the fuck is that word? It starts with an N. Love and something. I can't think of the word. I want to say it starts with an N. But all that matters is being there. And, checking in. Hey, is everything okay? How you doing? Shit like that. Just being the person to ask those kinds of questions is all that matters. That's all that a kid needs to hear. Doesn't matter about the sex or the race. It's just the support. Is it? No, Mark. No. Um. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. So don't feel left out. That's not what matters about you. It's what you are offering and what you're doing to help, I guess, in a way. The single mothers who have probably lost the father. The father passed away, hence the situation in this game. And why I played this game. I thought there would be more story going involving the mother and Miles' relationship, but I don't think it's there yet, so I don't know. Either way, say you lost the father in a tragic way, a terrible way. Rest in peace, obviously, but it's just this still the point of like you were still there for the kid. Sure, for your kid. I gotta stop saying the kid. Unfortunately, he did pass away. He's out of the picture by whatever terrible, tragic case. Um, you're still there, and not that it's your responsibility. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's like they still depend on maybe depending. I think that's the word I was trying to get at. Mark, dependence. They still kind of depend on you. You're still there. You're still able to help. Help out and be there for your kids. It might still get tough, because grief and everything. But it's not like, oh, ignore it and focus on your kids, but it's more of like you have to remind yourself that both you guys had this kid. You both had the dream to raise this children. You can continue the dream of giving them the life that you guys dreamt of or wanted to give them, something like that. It can still happen. It's just unfortunate that things have happened. um, so it'll be tough. Obviously, I'm sure if you've lost someone many years ago, you've probably gotten over it. Not really gotten over it, but know what I'm trying to say, shall I say. I don't think you ever really do get over. It's not like you have to slave over your kids even twice as much. It's just, you still want that dream to continue. And so it's still able to because of you, is I guess what I'm trying to say. You're still the hope that they can continue living the way they do and how they do and what they want to do. Even though something unfortunate may have happened, you're still there. But yeah, just know, not more of like you have to do it, but more of like it can happen because you're still around. So don't forget that. Next is the people that we're gonna switch roles. The people that have had the mother pass away. This is gonna get a little different, but basically the same rules apply to the fathers, but obviously we're pointing more towards the mothers for this stream. Um, and it's more of like either the fathers can think this, but more of the children, the kids that have, or even grown people, adults that have lost their mothers. One of the things I always hear is that the bond with the mother is like eternal, basically. So it is love, it is special. So whenever, mother does unfortunately pass away, you feel just lost, I guess. I've known people to just have that going on, and it's terrible. It's unfortunate because some people do have a very deep bond with their moms, and so it's amazing until something like that happens. Um, I normally say this a lot with any other situation, but I'll apply it to this one as well for mothers that have passed away. I like to believe people that pass away are still with us, no matter what the case is. If you really feel and believe that, you can notice that. Like, the days where the only thing you can think of is needing advice from your mother, and I like to believe that that person is never truly gone. One of the points I do come across a lot is energy. It can't be destroyed. It turns into something else. But thinking of energy, it's never destroyed. It turns into something else. So that's something you can keep in mind for those of you that still have a hard time dealing with the issues. Just thinking of like, it turns into something else. So applying that to next time you have those thoughts, those sad feelings just flowing in and just you feel unmotivated, they are still with you. Just, you don't have to think of it in that moment, but just keep an eye out, like when when it's pretty hot out, you're just you find yourself talking about how hot it is out, and then out of nowhere you get a breeze cooling you down. Just think of that. Think of that, like that person is still with you, even though you can't see or do anything physical with them. I still struggle with this sometimes. Um, but they're still there. And it comes up unexpectedly as well because, like, I don't know, just you'll see a bird fly by and then you'll just take in how great the fucking day is. Something corny like that, but it's still the point. I recently lost a mother figure to me. She was someone I could just sit with and talk about anything with, and it's tough. Um, some days I'll have something amazing happen, and I'll just be like, "Fuck! I really wish I could just sit there, look you in the eyes, and tell you what happened," but you can't. So all you can do is think about how great they must feel, being there for you still. Um, it's tough. It is tough. But you just got to keep thinking on that they are still there with you no matter what. I know it sounds corny, sounds shitty, but it helps if you believe and just think of it like that. It's just energy being transferred into something precious, something beautiful. So that's what I like to think of it. Just the little things. Just keep an eye out. You'll see. That's all I can think of. I can't think of anything else, but basically like I was saying is yeah, just appreciation, really. If you switching to the kids real quick, the children, just showing the appreciation to your mom, do your chores, do what the fuck she asked the first time. It'll just make her feel so much easier. But it's just that's how you show appreciation. You don't have to take her somewhere fancy. If you want to take her out for a restaurant, have an appreciation day. I don't know. So I don't know how appreciated you are of her because it's tough. Not you as a child or offspring, I don't know specifically, but motherhood can be tough. So, the little things as far as doing whatever she asks the first time or offering to help. Hey, do you want me to do the dishes? I got this. That looks heavy. I could take that for you. You know, certain shit like that. That's all it takes. It means the world to her, I bet. But yeah, that's all I got. That's all I could think of. I'm gonna end this. Milo, thank you for being a part of this, bro. Thank you for joining. Um, but yes, happy Mother's Day is all I'm gonna say. This has been crazy, unexpected, and awesome. Game itself has been a little boring at points, but the experience was amazing. So I'm gonna end it on that note. Thank you guys so much for watching, joining, and being a part of it. For those of you now and in the future, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Happy Mother's Day. I don't think I'm going to get back into this game. I just wasn't that big of a fan of it. I played this before, I beat it before. It just didn't catch my attention. You guys already know what I talked about it earlier, so I'm probably not going to get back into it. Maybe I will down the road. I don't know. We'll see. But just in case I don't, this has been Gamers World, and this has been Spider-Man Miles Morales.